Hi guys, welcome back to Geeks Wargaming and welcome to our latest video. Today's video I wanted to showcase some amazing scenery that we've been sent by the guys at 4ground. The scenery is for our bolt action battlefields, and the scenery we've been sent is absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot wait to get them into a bolt action battle report. Now 4ground do pre-painted laser cut MDF scenery for bolt action 40k. Necromunda, Adeptus Titanicus, you name it, they do it. I'm going to put a link in the description below so you can go and have a look at their website. But should we go and take a look at these amazing bits of kit? So the first building I want to showcase today is the end of the terrace buildings that we got previously from 4ground, and this one is the end of the set. Basically, it's the end of the terrace rows. It is a beautiful piece of kit, all the details on it. So this wall here that's got the bricks in, you can pop them out as I have done up here, but on this one I've decided to leave them in. Same on this one as well, and you got all the damage around by the walls, and these are optional as well. So there is a piece of MDF in here that you don't have to pop out, so it matches the colour of the building. I've just decided to pop them out on here, all the doors and windows. Now this one, possibly maybe a slight error with the glue on this side, but this side is blank so that you can link it up to the other terrace houses there and it fits in. Again, the roof comes off. You can actually have it so this part of the roof actually comes off as well. I have decided not to do that though, just for the ease of filming and storage and things like that, so this roof is actually glued down. Again, you can pop off the roof tiles if you want to, and you can have some wooden slats on both sides. But what a beautiful piece of kit. All I had to do is glue this together realistically and then make the decisions about whether or not I want them broken up. And that's the interior. Again, all the doors in here. Absolutely beautiful. And then obviously the bottom level with the stairs. And then they go back together so easily and so nicely that once they're all together and they're in the terraced row, they look absolutely fantastic. So that is that kit there. Now alongside this terrace building we were sent the ruined terrace building. So against comparison there, this is what it normally looks like. This is the ruined version. Again, I haven't had to do anything to this realistically. It is as was out of the kit. Again, the roof comes off. I've added some of the little bricks. You get extra little bits of scenery like bricks in there, so I've added some rubble damage and a bit of the wood across here that's come off from the roof. Again, it's glued in place, but you can actually get into the roof of this one because it's destroyed. The hole's in there, obviously that's the access into the roof. And then the top floor, again, more damage than the previous one. You've got a hole here. I've added the bricks in here and another piece of wood in there. But what a beautiful piece of kit to add to any World War II battlefield. Absolutely stunning. The only thing I've had to do myself is break down these windows. So the windows come whole. That's here. And all I've done is I've just broken them. And all I did was literally in between my fingers and I snapped them. So obviously they've been shredded from a grenade or a tank hit, or or been smashed out, but they are, as I've done them with my fingers, like I say, I've just broken them off there. And then the ground floor is pretty much intact, but again, blank on both sides so that it can fit nicely against the other terraced houses. So if I put that one there and then put the lid on, you'll be able to see what they look like in situ next to each other. Doing this very quickly because it's on camera, but you get the idea. That is what they look like, and what a fantastic piece of scenery to play a game with and get your World War II soldiers inside there, whether it be the Americans or the British or the Germans. Get them inside that building and fight over this ruined little town, and it is absolutely amazing. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you what I'm currently working on before we go on to the centerpiece, or one of the centerpieces for our new bolt action battlefield. I'm currently working on this, which is a machine gun bunker. Now I already have the 4ground coastal defense bunker, but this is a bit more of a machine gun bunker, and you actually get built in to this the damage, the grenade damage, the gunshot damage here. I haven't done any of this. This is all pre-done. And basically what it is you have the inner walls here, and then you have a thin skin, realistically, that goes over the top. So the interior walls will have some of the darker damage on, and then you put the skin over the top that's got the holes in, and then it just makes it look like it's blast damage, which is absolutely fantastic. I really, really like this kit. That literally took me half an hour, 40 minutes to glue together and get to that state. So I want to show you what it's going to look like when it's finished. So I have the instructions here. That's what it's going to look like. So the machine gun bunker. So as you can see, I've got the door left to do, and I've got the roof left to do, and I've got the windows left to do. So here. So the windows come in 3 parts, and you basically glue them together, and they form the coned tunnel effect there. And once they're done, they can be glued into place. And then it's onto the roof section. The roof section will be able to lift off, so you can get your troops inside. And this is the kit. This is exactly how it comes. You've got all your pre-painted stuff in here. You've got your blank stuff, which is your roof beams, probably the best way to describe them. And then obviously I've got the door frame and the door to do on the darker here as well. So as you can see here, this is some of the thinner skin. If I just slide some of this out, probably should have done this before I was on camera. There we go. So this is the thinner skin. So you can see here how much thinner that is compared to that. It's a massive difference. But it's a lovely kit to put together. It's quite quick, quite easy. The instructions are really clear on this one as well. This is quite an easy kit to put together from 4ground, as was the terraced houses. You can do a terraced house in a night, and that's how long it took me to do them. And then obviously this one, if I'd spent all night doing it last night rather than half an hour, 40 minutes, I'd have got this done in probably an hour and a half, something like that. And then that's another piece of scenery done for bolt action in an hour and a half. Haven't got to touch it. I suppose you could weather it up a bit more if you wanted to. I don't see a need to personally. I think the design and the paint from scheme from 4ground is perfect. If you wanted to add a bit more detail to it, I'm sure you probably could. So we need to head on to the crowning glory of, or one of the bits of crowning glory that 4ground have sent us. We've been sent the ruined parish church. This kit is huge and it is phenomenal. Now, build time for this, I'd probably say I spent on and off probably about a week, maybe 2 weeks building this. It is not the easiest kit to put together. It is listed as one of their more difficult kits, but I'm going to have to lift the camera up because it doesn't even really fit on screen here. So I'm going to go through. This top bit comes off so that you can get inside here. I'm just going to spin this around a little bit so you can see the tower. So first off, you can see, I'll just slightly lift the camera there. This church has got damage on it, quite a lot of it as well. So you've got quite a bit of this wall missing. You've got the innards here, and then it drops down into the actual church. Again, realistically, the only bit I've had to do is break the wooden slats here myself. But what a beautiful kit. This comes off, which allows you to get into the tower itself. Now, I'm going to see if I can get this picked up on camera. Excuse the jerkiness. Might have to just lift this just up slightly. That is stained glass windows, which is just mind-blowing, the level of detail. And you get 2 options of the stained glass windows, but that's the one that I've picked. You can see it there on camera. Now, all of the other little windows here and here, these are also stained glass windows as well. So the other bit you have to do is when you've got a ruined window like this, you have to cut the glass, because it comes fully formed like it would do in this window, but you just cut it down, whether it be here or there. You just cut off the extra bits that you want, or the one at the back. Now, I have got a little bit of rubble to add to this, so you get quite a lot of broken up bricks and bits of wood from the roof that I'm going to add in to the main hall there. But wow, what a piece of kit. This roof piece comes off as well. So I spin this round here. You can see inside there's even a door for the tower in there. The little porch here, that roof comes off as well, so you can get your troops in. I have glued the doors shut just because of ease of filming and ease of storage. I have glued those doors shut, but This looks brilliant. You imagine your American troops resting up in here for the evening and then the Germans coming at them. But if I just very quickly rebuild this, I want to show you the shot of this completely rebuilt. But it is very quick, very, very simple to be able to pop the roofs off, pop the roofs back on again, and then obviously get the tower on. And they're all notched as well. So where the tower sits, there are pre-cut holes as you build it along the skin. And then they just sit in. So that's it rebuilt. So I'm just going to lift the camera. That is the ruined parish church. Absolutely stunning. All of these bits here with the broken walls. This is one piece. Then this is another piece you glue on. The pillars here, you build these up as you go. All very small, individual little pieces. Like I said, this kit is a hard kit to build. There are times where you're looking at it going, does that definitely go there? But yep, 100%. The instructions, clear, very, very clear. Not as clear as some of the smaller kits that I've put together. Did take me a little bit more thinking about where does it go, how does it work, and how does it all get put together. But when you get on it and you get building it, wow, what a centerpiece this is actually going to be on our battlefield. Even these little windows in here that are lead lined, amazing, absolutely fantastic. Now this is not the only centerpiece that 4ground have sent us. Is the Stone Hotel. Now this thing is quite big. I'm not sure it's as tall as the church, but it's definitely up there. It's the same difficulty build as the church as well, so it's going to be interesting to see how I get on with this one. I'm thought as it's not been built yet and not out of the box, I'll quickly show you what it's like. Literally full to the rafters of MDF. These are the instructions. So this is some of the older kits that I've had don't have this layout, so this shows you what every single sprue is with part numbers on, which is really helpful. So you might be struggling to find a part because there's obviously quite a lot of them. You can refer to this as your sheet, and then this is what the instructions look like. So this is part 1 here, very concise, very good instructions here. So which part numbers you need, where you glue them together, what the next parts are, where you put them, and then obviously you're building up the Stone Hotel, and then whether or not you need rubber bands to hold it into place as you're gluing. Now I use really strong super glue, and I've not had a problem yet with it drying out and falling apart. I have used wood glue in the past, didn't really work, so I've resorted back to really super strong super glue. But as you can see, you have to build up the I'm guessing this is a hatch, so you put the handle in here. G4 is the handle, then you glue the sides on so that it can open and close. And that looks like that could be down into some kind of cellar, maybe, looking at the next pictures. But they're clear, actual photographs about what you need. I mean, look at this banister rail once this is built. This thing is going to be awesome. And you can add to the kit. So we've got this part here. Now, if you wanted to add all of this to it, to make it really pop, you can do. You can do all of this, which, yeah, looks absolutely amazing. You've got the windows to do. This is what I mean about gluing the windows in. Some smaller bits for the steps, and obviously you make up the chimneys and everything else. But I just think this kit looks absolutely fantastic. Really looking forward to starting this kit. Let me just quickly show you what it looks like. He says this is quite a big, heavy bag of wood. Look at that. Yeah. How many can you get in a bag? But that's what it looks like when it's on the sprues, and you can just pop it all out. I've got obviously some of the roof here, the wooden floor. You can make it out through the reflection there. That's the wooden floor, and then you've got all the other parts. So my question is, guys, would you like me to do a build along video as I go along this? It's not going to be a standard build along video. It's going to be me talking through the stages and then sped up video, and then me talking about the next stage sped up as I glue it together. I will happily do that. If you'd like me to do a step-by-step guide for building this stone hotel, which means you'll get to see any issues that I have, any mistakes that I make, or if I do it perfectly first time, probably not. Would you like me to film that for you? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if that's something you'd like to see, and I will film it as I'm building this. I'll do that for you. This will be started after I finish the machine gun bunker, so hopefully next couple of weeks, as well as painting everything else in real life. This will be starting the next couple of weeks. But I 100% recommend going to have a look at 4ground. If you want to add an extra level of detail onto your battlefields, whether it be bolt action, whether it be 40k, Adeptus Titanicus or Necromunda, whatever game system you play, go check out 4ground. Their kits are phenomenal. I love building them. They are a pleasure. I took so much pleasure in building those terraced houses and that church. Yes, it was difficult, but wow, that finished result, it outweighs any of the difficulties that I came across while building it. And when I say difficulties, it was more me not probably reading the instructions correctly than the instructions being unclear. But I can't wait to get these. I cannot wait to get all of these onto a battlefield. Now, I've set us a challenge of having the best bolt action battlefields in the world on YouTube. That's quite a challenge because there are some amazing boards out there. But the guys from 4ground have helped us along the way, and a massive thank you to them by sending us these kits. I cannot thank them enough. These kits are phenomenal. They are hours of pleasure in building, and they are going to be hours of pleasure in battling. So then, guys, thanks for watching. Please leave us a like. It does really help out the channel. Why not subscribe if you haven't done so already? Don't forget to click that little bell icon so you never miss any of our content. Let me know in the comments below. Do you want to see a build along of this stone hotel? Would you like to see Rich from Geeks Wargaming possibly having a breakdown while building a massive piece of scenery? If the answer is yes, stick it in a comment and I'll get it filmed. But as always, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.